I'm gonna write in a book. Hi and welcome to A World of Words. I'm Vanessa and today I'm doing a kind of experimental video. You could maybe stretch and call it. This video was actually completely inspired by two videos by Ariel Bissett. You've probably heard of her. She's kind of a big deal on BookTube. But if you haven't, she does really interesting and really thought-provoking videos, and she did a video called Annotating Your Books and another video that was more of a almost poetry documentary type of video about, again, annotating your books and like why it is not a bad thing and encouraging other people to do so, because the gist of her argument in both videos was basically it doesn't ruin the book, it makes the book your own, and as long as you own the book, there's nothing wrong with adding your thoughts to it and basically making it a 100% unique copy. And if other people read it, then they see your thoughts and it's kind of like they're reading it with you. And I thought it was really interesting because I do not write in books. I have written in books before for college when my professors pretty much demanded it. Normally in my personal collection, I am one of those people who likes to keep my books perfect. And I think that comes from me growing up going to the library all the time, and I usually read a lot of library books. And with a library book, you do not write in it. You try and keep the library book as neat as possible so other people can read it and read a non-damaged copy. So that's kind of like my mindset with my own books. I want to keep them as neat as possible so they last longer basically and aren't damaged. But Ariel's words inspired me. I thought it was kind of a cool idea, and so I decided that I would do an experiment. And I would take one book and I would annotate it. I have a pen, an actual pen. I'm not going to use pencil. I'm going to use highlighters, probably page flags, and maybe sticky notes. I feel like sticky notes are kind of wishy-washy though, because I usually use sticky notes. So I want to go full out with this experiment, and I'm going to take you along with me. Hopefully this is interesting to you. Again, I am not a person who writes in my books. When my teacher told me to write in my books in college, it was kind of like, no. So what book am I going to be the sacrificial book for this video? I think you get what it's gonna be about now. And I have chosen Not If I Save You First by Ally Carter. This is actually an ARC. This book does not come out until March 27th. I have no idea when this video is coming out. I'm a little bit nervous because not something that is acceptable to my mind normally. I'm gonna stop rambling. I think I've rambled quite long enough. You get it. I'm gonna start reading this. Okay, that didn't take long. I'm only 3 pages in and already I want to make note of something. There it is, my first annotation. Words have been written on the page. It's actually kind of fun. I do like writing, so. Ooh, what if I draw in here? What if I doodle in here? Maybe I'll go crazy. Who knows? I decided to take a break and have a snack of nachos. And I decided not to read while I'm eating because while I am writing in my book, I thought that nachos and reading was just, it's playing too dangerous a game. I want to like annotate it. I don't want to get cheese all over it and make it disgusting. I'm gonna take a break and watch some YouTube videos and yeah. Oh, I also ended up switching from using a regular black pen to using pink pen because I just thought the color popped nicely, and it also goes with the cover. I just thought it looked prettier on the page. So I just was talking for like a minute and a half and I did not press record. So this vlog is going like this experiment is going. I'm not gonna lie, the last time I updated was months ago, so I'm not entirely sure what I said. But I was going to just wrap this up maybe at some point and call it a fail, because honestly I was partway through this book and I completely forgot that I was annotating it. It was at a point where it wasn't very exciting and it was just kind of a lot of wandering around. I wasn't invested enough to really annotate any of my thoughts. By the time I convinced myself to finish it and it got exciting again, I completely forgot that I was annotating. So I was like, what does that mean? Does that mean I'm not good at annotating, that it's just not for me? I was gonna maybe consider that my conclusion. But then somehow I ended up watching more YouTube videos about how wonderful it is to annotate your videos, not your videos, to annotate your books and like look back on them and see your thoughts, you know, from previous times you've read the books. And I was like, that sounds wonderful. It sounds like something I would enjoy. So I decided to try again, and I tried again with The Crowns Game by Evelyn Skye. I decided to try with this book because I had a feeling I would really enjoy this book, and I thought maybe if I am really, really into the book, annotating will be more fun. I actually did annotate all the way through. I'm still kind of like, I don't really write all over the book. And one thing I noticed that I needed to do, because sometimes I had very similar reactions, like I ended up creating a key, which I don't know if you can see, but I have a little happy face that I write so I can just mark down next to passages that I think are funny, and I have a little heart that I can just put next to a spot where I like the description, and that way I don't have to write haha lol all over the book or like nice description all over the book. I can just use my little symbols to note that. And then anything else where I have like a more coherent thought, I'm gonna try and find some stuff. I started out in pencil actually, because again I was hesitant. I don't know if you can see the pencil. I started writing in pen. So then I started writing in pen, and I actually really enjoyed myself annotating this book. I really loved this book so much. It's a new favorite of mine. When I finished this, I was considering like, I want to buy the sequel because I want to annotate the sequel, but I couldn't find it online for less than like $12, so got out of the library. I also have been rereading City of Ashes. This is my third read of this book, so I know I love it. I have started to annotate it as well. On this one, I was actually a lot like bolder than this one when I was annotating. I just decided to go with pen because I'm like, I love this book. I'm not gonna... The reason that I always shied away from annotating was like, what if I gave it away or wanted to donate it or sell it? I'll sell it or something if I didn't like it. But with this series, I know I like it, so it's my copy. So I've been having fun writing like little sassy commentary throughout the book when I feel like it, and that's been a lot of fun. So there is a happy ending to this story. It is fun to annotate books. I don't think I'm going to go as far as to highlight passages, because little notes like that and the little happy face next to a funny part isn't super distracting if someone else were to read it. I think it just kind of like adds to the experience. I don't know why I'm concerned about other people reading my book, but that's the main reason why I had never annotated before. Oh, I did do a drawing in this book randomly, in The Crowns Game. Let's see if I can find it. I even ended up drawing one of the characters because I randomly felt like it. So my conclusion is, if you are unsure about annotating, you can give it a try with pencil. That way you can erase it, and that's actually how I got more comfortable with it. Also, you could do this with a book that you got for a very discounted price. It is pretty fun to do. It does take some getting used to because you're just like, don't want to write in the book. Those are my tips and thoughts on this experiment. We'll see where this goes, but I thought it was a really fun experiment. I hope that you found this video entertaining and enjoyed learning about my experience. And if you have any thoughts on this topic, please let me know in the comments below. Talking to you in the comments always makes my day. Give this a thumbs up if you found it entertaining. And please subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye!